scientist laksharakaanda akhoi miyam punna yengbiba ama oina
First, the top news headlines. 30 crore people prioritized for COVID-19 vaccine in India. UK now seeing its third wave of COVID-19 infections. And 24,337 fresh COVID-19 cases in India in last 24 hours. Hello and good afternoon, I'm ONEL SHAMBANDURAM giving you the Times of Manipur English News. Before we go to the main news, here is a COVID-19 awareness. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. Now the news in details. The Union Health Ministry has prioritized 30 crore people for COVID-19 vaccine. Speaking to media, Health Minister Harsh Vardhan informed that the health workers, police personnel, military and sanitization staff, people above 50 years of age and those who are below 50 years but are suffering from certain diseases will first get a COVID-19 vaccine. Health Minister Harsh Vardhan said that 30 crore people have been prioritized for COVID vaccine after consultation with experts. He further said that the effort is that everyone in our priority list takes COVID vaccine. European countries and some beyond the continent are restricting travel from the United Kingdom amid mounting fears over the infectious new strand of the novel coronavirus first detected in England. Austria, Belgium, Italy, Ireland, Germany, France and the Netherlands announced bans Sunday, with others expected to follow. Israel, Turkey and Saudi Arabia have also temporarily suspended flights departing from or arriving in the United Kingdom. The UK announced a surprise lockdown on Sunday last in London and parts of the country. The decision was forced on the Boris Johnson government by a surge in coronavirus disease COVID-19 cases. The UK is now seeing its third wave of infections, or a second wave which appeared to be waning till it suddenly gathered momentum, with the country recording around 35,000 new infections on December 17 last, the highest in one day. India's total coronavirus cases reached 1,55,560 today, with 24,337 new COVID-19 cases recorded in the last 24 hours, according to the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. According to the Health Ministry, 25,709 recoveries have been reported in the last 24 hours. The difference in the new recoveries outnumbering new cases has also improved the recovery rate to 95.53% today. The total number of recovered and active cases in the country are 96,06,111 and 3,03,639 respectively. Meanwhile, the country's death count stands at 1,45,810 after 333 deaths. Manipur registered 48 fresh cases of coronavirus cases in the last 24 hours, while 134 were recovered and discharged. The total tally stands at 27,646 according to Government COVID-19 Command Control Room. The fresh cases belong to Imphal West, Imphal East, Thoubal, Bishnupur, Ukhrul, Tengnoupal and Tamenglong districts. In the last 24 hours, one COVID-19 patient succumbed to the virus in the state, pushing the toll to 337. All are locals without any travel history. The active cases are 1,663, while the recovery cases stand at 22,522 in Manipur. The recovery rate has further improved to 92.76%. Well, it's now time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Now, enjoy 20% extra on Kangla Popcorn, Kangla Milky Balls and Kangla Rings.
Kangla. Watch an encounter with Jeet Ningomba. One-to-one discussion and analysis on political,
BJP-led government sigi pandam di khange peace purpose.
Education
phani di oja awat pahapa.
Sports,
Sanabung Chengwachi, Sports House Nino Lerga Yaroi.
arts and culture,
Art and culture si ekhoi ga thana ba yadraba ekhoi gi
and many more. Every Friday at 7 p.m. only on Times of Manipur. TOMTV. Repeat telecast on every Saturday at 10 a.m. Don't miss it.
Lamdamusida ihan hanbo oina miyamda Kangla water gate 20 liter jar supna tagi lupa tara da fangan jargani. Loina half liter bottle tara mangana saba pekta supna tagi lupa humputra mangada fangan jari. Khudong chaba si factory da laktuna lobida yagani. Akupa moral gidamak lengsin bidau Kangla water Maibo Khul Mamang Lekai Imphal S 795002. Aikogi contact number 8257888737.
Ehaki ipuroibana COVID-19 gi layong ulagpadagi test tawrubada positive oiramle. Nakna laiminarubana ehaksu test tawrubada positive oiramle. Aikhoina home isolation tawbagi ayaba phanglo matungda doctor na hidak amasung ishagi oxygen level check tawnabagi damakta oximeter pibirakhi. Home isolation da lairingai da aigi ipuroibagi oxygen level nemtharakpadagi Jenims Hospital da pukhatkhi. Positive oibagi certificate paibana amuk hanna test tawdana matam manghandana makha taba layeng chathakhi. Asumna anganba matamda test tawthoktuna matam chana layeng hobuna laina asidagi thuna phagatpa ngamhore amasung aigi imung manung busu laina asidagi ngakthokpa ngamhore.
Lai haurakpadagi COVID-19 oiramgadra haina singna badagi test tawba laksabani adubu laibak phavana negative oiramle. Miyamsu isada COVID-19 gi layong ubiragadi soidana test tawthokpiyu naba bulot laga thambiganu.
Lepa leitana sandorakliba COVID-19 thingnanaba test tawthokpa yamna maru oi. Karigumbada positive oirabasu matam chana layeng horabadi laina asina sokchandringaida adombu kanmangamgani. COVID-19 gi layong utramaksu positive oiramba yai haina jingnaba lairabadi soidana test tawthokpiyu. COVID-19 gi symptom laina test tawthoktana laisanba matamda isada nattana imung manunggi miyoising amasung kairo lekai gi miyoisingsu khudong thiba tholakpa yai.
COVID-19 gi layong sing haibadi lok laiho khanau naba manam maha phauraktawa khong hamdharakpa amadi nungsa shor hombada warakpa tarabadi sungshoidana athuba matamda test tawthokpigadabani. Positive oiramba tarabashu home isolation tawbiraga government gi maikaidagi vitamins amasung oximeter pizagani loinana haksel gi mari leinaba miyoi ama matam punamakta adongi matengi damak leigani. Kawiraganu chingnababu leibirabadi sungshoidana test tawthokpiyu.
Welcome back. A cold wave hit Manipur with temperature dropping to 2.84 degrees Celsius in Senapati district on Sunday, as per the climate change cell of the State Directorate of Environment and Climate Change. In the last 3 days, Manipur has been witnessing a fall in temperature in both the hills and valley. In Senapati district, the temperature dropped to 3.88 degrees Celsius on Friday and 2.29 degrees Celsius on Saturday. In the valley, the temperature of 4.59 degrees Celsius was recorded in Imphal West and 7.02 degrees Celsius in Imphal East on Sunday, while 4.1 degrees Celsius was recorded in Kangpopi district. The minimum temperature in Imphal decreased to 3.92 degrees Celsius on Saturday against Friday's 7.3 degrees Celsius, as per reports. The maximum temperature recorded in is 18.62 degrees Celsius in Noni district on Sunday. As per the weather report of the Regional Meteorological Center, Guwahati, the minimum temperature recorded in Imphal on Saturday was 3.2 degrees Celsius. The temperature has gradually gone down in Imphal since Thursday, 7.5 degrees Celsius, and Friday, 6 degrees Celsius, sources from the Lamphelpat-based Indian Council of Agricultural Research, Manipur Center said. The minimum temperature recorded at its center on Saturday was 4.4 degrees Celsius. Normally, since the last few years, cold weather has been experienced in Manipur during the last week of December and the first week of January, an official of the ICAR Manipur Center said. But the temperature suddenly dropped to 2.29 degrees Celsius in Senapati and 3.2 degrees Celsius in Imphal. With a sudden fall in temperature, cold weather conditions were also reported from other hill districts of Manipur. A team of Imphal West Commando assisted by women police arrested 2 active women cadres of insurgent group NRFM last afternoon from Haizigang Imakaitil opposite MU Gate, Kanchipur. They have been identified as Konthojam Bembem alias Bobby, aged 37 years, wife of K. Premjit alias Nimai Singh of Waithau Thiam Konjin Maning Lekai, originally from Kha Naurim Lekai, and Sambanduram Mimi Devi, aged 35 years, wife of S. Okendro Singh of Waithau Kiam Sifai. According to police reports, the duo is working under the command of self-styled finance secretary of NRFM, Nongpok Nganba alias Double. Upon further investigation, they admitted that they have served demand letters and extorted huge amount of money from the public, private clinics, and also transported arms and ammunition for the outfit. The team recovered 2 mobile handsets and 1 Honda Activa from their possession. The 2 women cadres and the recovered articles have been handed over to Singzamai police station. Imphal East and Imphal West police search houses in different parts of the twin capital districts this morning. In Imphal East, 80 houses were searched in and around Purana Rajpuri area, where around 130 residents were verified. In Imphal West, the police searched over 100 houses at Konjeng Lekai, Konathabi, Ningombam Lamkai and Nongsaba Club area. A total of 170 people were verified. There were no reports of any being picked up or arrested during the operation. Makui Liangchi Baptist Church celebrated its Platinum Jubilee on the theme Renewal of Hope for Eternity yesterday at Makui village of Kangpokpi. Chief Language Consultant Kumam Suresh, Liangmei Naga Baptist Association President Maisongaming and LNBA Executive Secretary Alungbo Nyumai attended the program. Tamai Subdivisional Officer and Rini during the celebration elaborated on career counseling. Later, the program concluded with a traditional attire show performed by youths of Makui village. Sanasam Premchandra, preparing to contest the forthcoming Manipur Assembly election from Kumbi constituency, met with Bengali people who are currently staying at rented houses in Mahabali in Imphal. Sanasam Premchandra is president of BJP Bishnupur District Committee. The non-locals raised their issues during the meeting with Premchandra.
Hoi Hojimak Nanukol Mai Sasini Tang from the Patam Sang of Bozaura to Tea Pangdava, Amadi May Lambigi, Awabayam the labor, Yam the Kanaraga. I Samun Swatu Matamda, I can laugh here my Sasina, hide about it. I had Mountain the Hotkadova, Kongtangsi, Isingsi, Mapam the Sobo Pukri Malay, Hoi Isingsi in Kalaga, Hojik, Sing a sing but Taka Pangdivasi, Panganam Tenki Salaga, Hanbada Madu, I talked to Matamda, I Sam on the Kanhonadana. Masima Payoti to Tamzaraga, my starting the Singi Pitanga Honazaga Habisima.
Well, it's now time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
It's a historic moment for Indian cricket team.
History will be rewritten on Sony Sports when King Kohli and team play their first overseas pink ball day and night test against Australia. Watch Australia versus India first test 17th December 8:30 AM onwards, only on Sony Sports channels.
Lamjingba Finance na COVID-19 athoga liba khudong chadba mayam si uziraga collateral security yautana document changdana yamna komo mongda loan fanganjagani shahida sunatagi chada tarani thoigi interest rate tap business loan against property vehicle loan commercial equipment loan commercial vehicle loan gi khudong chaba pizari han loan lawi ki basingi su anu gumakhal gi loan asi lawi khudong chaba pizagani akupa morol gi ma contact to below Lamjingba Finance Nagamapal. Contact number 7085-831-502 Natraga 9862-629-399.
Welcome back. Recovery of arms and ammunition toward a suspected rhino poaching attempt in Orang National Park and Tiger Reserve. Officials of the Dalgon police station in Darang district of Assam has unearthed a .303 rifle, 11 rounds of live ammunition and a silencer from the backyard of a house belonging to one Shamsher Ali at Sonari village near the national park, a media report said. The police team, after receiving an input from about some arms and ammunition in Sonari village, searched the area and recovered the arms and ammunition. The police suspected that the arms and ammunition were meant for rhino poaching at the Orang National Park and Tiger Reserve. Meanwhile, police have launched an investigation into the case. One more person tested positive for COVID-19 in Arunachal Pradesh, pushing the tally in the northeastern state to 16,630, a health department official said today. The fresh cases was reported from Tawang district. 17 more people were cured of the disease and discharged from hospitals yesterday, taking the total recoveries to 16,350, the official said. The recovery rate among coronavirus patients in the state currently stands at 98.31%. Arunachal Pradesh now has 225 active cases, while 55 patients have succumbed to the infection so far. Nearly a month after Prime Minister Narendra Modi pitched for One Nation, One Election, Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora has said that the ECI is ready to implement the new system. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had in November advocated One Nation, One Poll and single voters list, saying it is the need of India as polls take place every few months impact development works. Elections are held at different places every few months and hamper the developmental work, and all of you know about it. Therefore, it is a must that to have a deep study and deliberation on One Nation, One Election, the Prime Minister had said. While the idea of conduct simultaneous election is not new, Modi is pitching for it more than any other previous leaders in the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today proposed creation of a library of traditional Buddhist literature and scriptures. Prime Minister Modi made this proposal while addressing the Indo-Japan Somewhat Conference, as per a media report. Speaking on the proposed library, Prime Minister Modi said that the library will not only be a depository of literature but also a platform for research and dialogue. It will also be a platform for research and dialogue, a true somewhat between human beings, between societies and between human and nature, Prime Minister Modi added. International Kung Fu and Kickboxing Academy of India Manipur branch presented degree certificates to 4 Kung Fu masters today at the indoor stadium of Mangulnganbi College, Ningthaukhong. The 4 Kung Fu masters are coaches and referees at national and international level Kung Fu and Kickboxing competitions. They are TOMTV special correspondent Dr. Huidrom Roman from Isok Awang Lekai, Nambol, Sifu Laishram Singhajit, son of L. Shyamkishore of Nambol Makhalikai, Sifu Irengbam Dinesh Maite, son of Ibohal from Nambol Laitonjam Khori Lekai, and Sifu Mongjam Ranjit, son of M. Ibohal of Nambol Laitonjam Khori Lekai. Gochora Manipuri Royal Club and Library organized a one-day women kabaddi tournament yesterday at Gochora Lampak of Hojai district. In the tournament, Kathal Toli French Club won the match with 74 points, while Amtola Chumthang Club bagged the runners-up title with 36 points. Well, now let's have a look at today's local newspaper headlines.
The Sangai Express. Most poppy plantations destroyed after the fruits have been harvested, says villagers. Campaign against poppy plantation needs decisive action. State records one more COVID death to take tally to 337. No delimitation on flawed census of 2001-2011, says CSOs. List Manipuri as associate officer language in Assam, says Ranjan in Lok Sabha. Cold wave grips Manipur. Senapati shivers at 2.29 degrees Celsius. The People's Chronicle. State sees 48 new cases, 1 fatality, 134 recoveries. Northeast will be new engine of growth, says Donor Minister. Security beefed up ahead of Amit Shah's Imphal visit. Sit-ins protest release of Lukoseijo. No missing of drugs, says SP NAP. Imphal Free Press. Cold wave hits Manipur. Temperature drops to 2.84 degrees Celsius in Senapati. Thangta among 4 indigenous games added to Khelo India Youth Games 2021. New MPCC President Govindas vows to work from grassroots to strengthen party. Fines of rupees 1,41,83,120 collected from 1,04,657 COVID-19 SOP violators. Manipur Mail, OPD services to start, 48 new cases, 134 discharged. Thangta in Khelo India Youth Games. Nirav Modi's brother charged with stealing $1 million.
And before we wind up the top news headlines once again. "30 crore people prioritized for COVID-19 vaccine in India." UK now seeing its third wave of COVID-19 infections. And 24,337 fresh COVID-19 cases in India in last 24 hours. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for joining us. Keep watching Times of Manipur.